Hey guys, what's up? It's Fizzy here and I'm back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In the background you're going to be seeing a gameplay of me playing Domination on Hunted. And just before we jump into today's video, I want to just say if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below, and also if you're new to the channel and will look forward to new videos, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, because definitely new videos are going to be coming every day or every second day, and I'm going to be trying my best to do just that. Now we're going to be jumping into the topic of this video, which we're going to be talking about something that's very relevant at the moment, going around on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. It's basically the topic of the next Call of Duty, and with some leaked information that I won't be quoting in this video and stuff. I don't want to get flagged for copyright or anything like that, but there's been some apparently reliable sources saying that the next Call of Duty this year is going to be set in space. Now you've probably heard this already from other YouTubers talking about it, but I want to give my my own opinion on this as well. And if you didn't hear it, then I'm going to repeat that. Yes, it is supposed to be set in space. Now space in general is a broad term, because we don't know, is it going to be the far future, is it going to be the more near future, maybe even the present, or maybe even the past. You don't really know what Infinity Ward is going to come up with, because they did say on a tweet earlier this year that it's going to be a new innovative title. And that's exactly what they said on a tweet on Twitter. It's going to be a new innovative title, this year's Call of Duty from them, and one can only wonder what it's actually going to be until we get an announcement, a proper trailer, or some leaked gameplay, or anything at all that we actually have that is for sure confirmed about this game. Because for now it's probably speculation, although we can probably take it for being at least quite real, maybe not fully real. But I do think if it's been leaked already, then close to E3, close enough, only 2 months away from E3, so I think there's a little bit of reliability in it anyway. And it's supposed to be set in space. I mean, to start off with, what I want to say is that I don't want to complain about a game that hasn't even been out yet, and I don't even know what it's going to be like, but I was hoping for something more, maybe not in the past, because I wasn't expecting Infinity Ward to put out a game from like the World War II or something like that, but maybe something present, around kind of the years of Modern Warfare or Black Ops 2, 2025, that kind of a year bracket isn't too bad. And looking back on Black Ops 2, which was set in the near future, it wasn't too bad actually. We didn't have any weird shit going on. The score streaks were great. They weren't some weird futuristic stuff. The movement was good. It was boots on the ground, which is probably what most people prefer. But then again, looking at it, when Infinity Ward made the last Call of Duty, which they made, which is Ghosts, people wanted different stuff in the game. Basically, the way I want to explain it is that Infinity Ward looked at the feedback they got after making Ghosts, and people were kind of sick and tired of the same old stuff, same old things being presented in Call of Duty each year, that they wanted something new. They wanted a new movement system, just in general something different. And basically Infinity Ward took that into account, and they probably started developing their game in space exactly right after Ghost's life cycle was finished, and that's just about when Advanced Warfare came out. Now back then it was all cool, and if we got a space game, I think right after Ghosts, I don't think it would have been that much of an issue. I think people would enjoy it, obviously, if it would have been a good game. But what I'm trying to say is that it would have been fresh and new, and we wouldn't have got it before. Now, looking at it a different way, since Ghosts, 2 games from the future have been, or from the future, I mean set in the future, have been released, and that is Advanced Warfare, of course, which was absolutely crazy with all the advanced movement and stuff that we got in that game, and also Black Ops 3, which doesn't have that much of advanced movement in it, but it does have the thruster jumps, wall running, and just stuff, and people don't really like it that much. Not all people anyway. I'm personally a fan of it because I like the movement. It's all balanced out nicely, and I don't think it's that big of an issue. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at here, is that Infinity Ward, back then, they started probably developing this game, and now they're going to be met with a lot of hatred and probably criticism for doing the same thing, even though they're basing this game off of the feedback they got after making Ghosts. So probably after Advanced Warfare or maybe even towards the release of Black Ops 3, they were like halfway or 3/4 of the way done making the game, or possibly even finished the game, just polishing it. And then they get feedback from people after the leaks saying that they don't want a game set in the future, and already they're at a disadvantage, because they're not going to stop making the game now, as in they're so much into actually making it. They can't just make a different game now, if you know what I mean. So well, what my point is to actually give Infinity Ward a chance. I mean, you never know how the game's going to turn out. I mean, in the past we had some quality games from Infinity Ward, especially the Modern Warfare series, which is actually the only Call of Duty games we got from them, apart from Ghost, which wasn't too great for me anyway. But you know, you can hate me for this, but I'm not a great fan of the Modern Warfare series because I've only really owned one Modern Warfare game, and that was Modern Warfare 2. And I did enjoy it a little bit. The campaign was probably the best campaign in Call of Duty history, in my opinion, that I've played. And I've played quite a few CODs. But I haven't owned Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare, the first one. I've played them at my friends' houses, or just borrowed the games sometimes, took them to my house for a week or so, just to try it out. And you know, I've had a little bit of fun, but it just wasn't really my thing. But Modern Warfare 2 was a decent game, I think. Multiplayer I wasn't too great at, but I could still see how other people could enjoy that game, because it was nice, you know, it was nicely made, score streaks are nice, in general the gameplay was fun. And based off of that, of the past Modern Warfare games, I think that Infinity Ward would definitely be capable of making a nice COD, even though if it was set in the space, you know, up in space, obviously the whole setting of the game, I think they'd still make it work. You know, I think they're capable of that, especially after receiving so much feedback and people just giving tips and stuff on how they could make a better game after Ghosts. You know, after Ghosts in general wasn't even that bad of a game, it just was missing a lot of stuff, and the stuff that was there wasn't exactly great. I mean, the good stuff that I had was great hit detection, and you know, that was probably it. Maybe the flow of the maps wasn't too great, you know, the maps in general, the design wasn't too good. They tried to go a different way than Treyarch, who put the 3-lane system, you know, the middle and the 2 flanks on the left and right, and I think that's the great system, but they probably didn't want to copy it, so they went off and did their own thing, kind of free-flowing maps with total different routes and flanking systems. And in a game like COD, I don't think that's gonna work, because when you have 6v6 games, it's gonna take ages if the map is diverted into many lanes and tracks. It would only really work in a game like Battlefield, where you've got bigger teams, and in general the emphasis on something different. You know what, Battlefield isn't that much fast-paced gameplay, it's more kind of strategic and stuff. But we're here to talk about COD anyway altogether, so I'm kind of drifting off here. But you know, what I'm trying to say is that you know, Infinity Ward definitely have what it takes to make the next Call of Duty good. Even if it's set in space, even if people aren't really looking forward to it, I still think it might be a good COD, you know, and we should definitely wait until we actually get some gameplay, or I don't know, some trailer or some sort, or some leaked footage, anything, any sort of information at all that is actually confirmed 100%. We should wait until that day comes, that we can actually you know, prejudge and criticize the next COD, because we don't know. Really, we don't know, and people are doing the same about Black Ops 3, you know, including me actually. I'm not saying I'm perfect, you know, I was doing the same thing. When I heard that Black Ops 3 was going to be set in the future, we're going to have an advanced movement and stuff, I really wasn't digging it, you know, I wasn't looking forward to it at all. But then when the game came out, I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of my favorite Call of Duties. Definitely not my favorite one. My favorite one's Black Ops 1, of course, but you know, Black Ops 3 is definitely up there as well. Maybe second or third best COD, for me anyway. And yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say, is that you shouldn't prejudge, you know, you should wait till the game comes out, and then obviously you can have your own opinion. If the game sucks, you know, just don't play it, simple as that. And that's probably what I'm gonna do, although I'm not really sure if I'm going to be getting the next Call of Duty, because you know, I have my eyes set on the next Battlefield. So you know, we're gonna talk about that in an upcoming video or something on a different time altogether, you know, about the channel, what's gonna happen. But you know, really, what I'm gonna do basically with the next COD is probably wait till one of my friends get it or something, or watch gameplay or anything at all, just to test how the game actually looks, how it plays, in general, what it is like. And if I see that, you know, the game in general isn't that bad, then I might be able to get it on discount or something. But I'm not gonna jump in like I did with Black Ops 3 and get it on a pre-order or something. I think I'm gonna be patient this time and wait it out a little bit, because I'm kind of skeptical about it, but I want to give Infinity Ward a chance, and I do have faith in them that they can finally bring out a COD that is going to satisfy the people. And the only really thing that, you know, if you're pessimistic about the next COD, there's no need to be, because that won't really change anything. It's kind of all set in stone now. But if you're pessimistic and you don't really want to be playing this COD, you're not really looking forward to it, you're thinking, oh great, that's another 3 years or 2 years without a COD set in the past, well, at least it's guaranteed, most probably, that at least the next Call of Duty made by Treyarch is probably going to be set in the past, because they're collecting the feedback now from, you know, from people in general, from people playing the game, other game developers, probably across anybody really. Everybody who's playing this game, talking about it, is basically saying that Call of Duty needs to go back to the classics, to World at War. You know, maybe make a World at War sequel. World at War 2 by Treyarch would be an absolutely astonishing game, I think, especially in 3 years time, with everything probably going forward, possibly even the next generation of consoles coming out. You might never honestly know, especially with the PlayStation 4.5 supposed to be coming out soon. Not too sure if that's actually true. This is some April Fool's joke upcoming, but you know, it's rumored and stuff like that. There's articles on that, but you know what I'm trying to get at is that in the next, after the next probably 2 or 3 years, we're most likely going to see a Call of Duty go in the past, unless something changes. But I think for the next kind of 10 or so years, we're probably just gonna get a Call of Duty every year really, unless Call of Duty Online, which is supposedly supposed to be releasing across all the world, as so far it's only playable in Japan, I think, or China. I think it's Japan. I'm not too sure though. I haven't played it myself, haven't read too much about it, see some gameplay, but apparently it's supposed to get released across all of Europe this year and probably next year. So unless that makes so much of an impact, I don't think we're going to have any changes to the systems of the COD games coming out. Probably going to be just a 3-year developer cycle, unless they take out Sledgehammer or something, or they take out Infinity Ward, or Treyarch goes off on their own and makes a whole different title or something. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but the only good thing that we can look forward to now, those people that want the classic COD, is that most likely the next cycle of the Treyarch game is probably going to be World at War 2 or some World War 2 game, because by the time that this COD comes out, it's probably, you know, it's going to be loaded with criticism and hatred, and people are just going to be giving a lot of feedback on it, probably, you know, saying that they don't like the futuristic stuff. I can see also Sledgehammer coming out with a new game basically set in the future too, most likely coming up with a sequel to Advanced Warfare, although really, you know, I don't think people will be looking forward to that at all, but you might never know what they're going to come up with. And if they do, the whole feedback on this futuristic stuff is going to be just overwhelming, and Treyarch will have no option but to move back to the past. And I think that's the one positive that we can look at. Then again, the game itself might not be bad. Like I was saying, we can't really prejudge yet. We gotta wait till the game's actually released, because there's so many possibilities and stuff that could possibly go on. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. As you can see, the gameplay is done. At the end, actually, I want to ask you guys a question to leave your opinion about the next COD in the comment section down below. I'm looking forward, I'm very excited to reading you guys' opinions, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next video. Have a nice day.